Welcome to another edition of the most consistent, prolific, and dedicated uploads in YouTube history. Sean's View Entertainment right here on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe with major backstage updates as it concerns a manager role in the WWE. Ric Flair, The Miz, Dolph Ziggler. Now, while Ric Flair almost certainly has wrestled his final match in a WWE ring, according to SE Scoops, he'd welcome the chance to manage a WWE superstar. Specifically, he would like to manage former World Heavyweight Champion Dolph Ziggler. Flair went on to say that, "I think he's awesome. He'd be a great guy to manage. He looks like $1 million bucks, but he just can't find his gimmick. He needs to work on his entrance, and I could help him with that." For what it's worth, there has also been reports from the dirt sheets of WWE wanting to restart the angle where Ric Flair manages The Miz. At the same time, WWE could end up putting The Miz and Ziggler together as a tag team, and Ric Flair could manage both of them to tag team championship gold, and then eventually putting them in contention for a WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. Now, you know what? I am all for Dolph Ziggler and The Miz becoming World Heavyweight Champions once again because they have the skill. They have the tenacity. They have the longevity. They have that work ethic. They want to steal the show. They want to make a point. You know, when The Miz first came into the WWE, everyone said he was going to be a failure, and he exceeded everyone's expectations. Everyone said that Dolph Ziggler was a great jobber and that he was one of those guys that could enhance other talent and make them look a hell of a lot better than what they are because of how he carries himself in that ring. But Dolph Ziggler, once again, went over anybody's expectations and became world champion. But, of course, certain things got in the way, and it took back The Miz, it took back Dolph Ziggler, and they ended either up in the rut, they ended up, getting the shaft, or they were just curtain jerker and ended up getting jobbed out. They weren't utilized correctly, weren't put in the right situation, wasn't put in the right storyline. But I think Ric Flair could do wonders for both Dolph Ziggler and The Miz at the same time. That would probably be a good way to restart these guys. To go forward, sometimes you have to take 2 steps back. And it really wouldn't be a step back because Ric Flair could enhance the careers of Ziggler and The Miz at the same time. And I think the bright lights could be on them and more importance would be shed on Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. And they would be led to prominence once again. And maybe this time, things would be a little bit different for Ziggler and The Miz. Because as we all know, sometimes things don't pan out the way you expect them to pan out. But I think Ric Flair could definitely be exactly what The Miz and Ziggler needs to get that extra push, so to speak, and to be recognized, because there's no doubt that The Miz and Ziggler have, hopefully a long tenure, ahead of them, and, hopefully more world championships in their future, and I think Ric Flair could be the answer to them, but once again, it's about the right booking. And, I know a lot of people don't like The Miz, but he's arrogant, he's got that cockiness to him, and we all know that Dolph Ziggler goes in that ring and he backs up what he does each and every night and shows why he shows the world exactly what his theme song says, and, he backs it up in that ring every single night. So, I mean, I think that could be an extraordinary team. I think they could branch out into singles competitors, and Ric Flair could manage The Miz and Dolph Ziggler respectively and lead them to, the top of the food chain. It could happen. Your comments, your opinions, and how do you think Dolph Ziggler and The Miz should go from here? And about Ric Flair fitting into the fold, how do you think that goes? Subscribe.